Well, guys, we need to talk about the crisis at the southern border. The midterms are less than a month away, and the Biden administration know that they are in a world of trouble for many, many things. Now, we're going to be focusing on the border crisis here. As you guys know, Texas Governor Greg Abbott, my governor, has been sending illegal aliens to Democrat-run cities up in New York, Chicago, that kind of thing. However, what the media is really not talking about, they have all the focus on Greg Abbott. Folks, in El Paso, which is a blue city here in Texas, the mayor over there, a Democrat, has been shipping way more illegal aliens to Democrat cities than Governor Greg Abbott. And the number of folks is not even close. However, there seems to be a collusion with the Democrat mayor of El Paso and Joe Biden. Now, the midterms, like I said, is less than a month away. And the Biden administration, they seem to not want the mayor of El Paso to declare a state of emergency because it will actually hurt Beijing Biden. Here we go, guys. Democrat mayor accused of lying about pressure from White House on handling illegal alien crisis. Fox News. We have receipts. Now, a city council member is actually exposed that Joe Biden and the Democrat mayor of El Paso, his name is Oscar Leeser. Joe Biden asked him, hey, do not declare a state of emergency because that will hurt us in the midterms. However, apparently the mayor actually told his city council if the illegal alien crisis got bad enough that he would. And it's really, really bad, folks, and he did not do it. So let's go ahead and watch a clip here. And this city council woman is actually on with Fox News. So let's go ahead and roll it.
Well, there's a new report out that reveals the White House apparently pressured the Democrat mayor of El Paso, Texas. Please don't declare an emergency over the city's migrant crisis because it might make Joe Biden look bad. City Council member Claudia Rodriguez telling the New York Post, quote, the mayor told me the White House asked him not to do it. And she joins us right now live from El Paso. Claudia.
And here's the thing. The mayor of El Paso is saying, no, that didn't happen. Well, let's keep rolling.
Hey, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
To start with, you are having an emergency in El Paso regarding the migrants, aren't you?
That is correct.
Okay, so there is an emergency. And tell us what the mayor told you about the conversation with the White House.
Right. So I actually started sounding the alarm on this whole issue back in May when we started declaring the local ordinances. The mayor promised me in May that if this thing ever got really bad, that he would absolutely declare a disaster declaration. And that has not happened. We've had multiple opportunities for him to do so. In September, I had a phone call with him. I called him and I told him I was really concerned about the increasing number in migrants that we were having. I asked him to please consider again to, declare a state of emergency. And, he said, not at this time, the White House asked me not to do it. And so that was the conversation I had with him. A couple of weeks later after that, out in open during one of our council meetings, I challenged him again and again. He said, the White House asked me not to do it. Our congresswoman asked me not to do it. And for me, that was just kind of like, are you kidding me? We were elected to serve the people of El Paso.
Well, Democrats serve the needs of themselves. So he's not doing what's in the best interest of his people in El Paso. Let's keep going, guys, because there's going to be a stat number here that's going to shock you.
And not to necessarily, put politics into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Claudia, here at Fox, we've been covering the migrant crisis for years. The other channels now are starting to, because we've got a graphic, migrants bust by El Paso to New York City, 11,000, 3,000 in Chicago, and then from the state of Texas.
Look at that, guys. El Paso I don't know if you can see this here, but you probably can. 11,000 have been shipped to New York from El Paso. 3,100 to Chicago. Greg Abbott, he's only sent 3,300 to New York and 1,000 to Chicago. So the Democrats in El Paso are actually deporting more illegal aliens than the governor. But however, your media is not covering that. They're going after Greg Abbott. They're calling it a stunt. But the Democrat mayor of El Paso is doing the same thing, but at a much higher level, folks. A much higher level. And this man is saying that Beijing Biden told him to not declare a state of emergency. Then he comes out and says, oh, no, that never happened. Even though I truly do believe it happened, because the Democrats are in major, major trouble, folks, in the midterms. And the illegal alien crisis, that's going to be a huge play in the midterms.
It's more than 3,300 to New York City and more than 1,000 to Chicago as well. So in these big media towns now, they're talking about the story because they're sending a few hundred migrants at a time. You wind up with thousands at a time, and it's a crisis, they're saying here, but it's a bigger crisis where you're at.
Absolutely. It's a huge crisis over here in El Paso. But the biggest issue that I have with it is that, this is a federal issue and my constituents are having to pay for this bill. We're using taxpayer money from their general fund to be able to operate and facilitate this whole situation in El Paso.
Well, can only the mayor declare a state of emergency? Could fellow members of the council say, hey, mayor, forget you. We're going to vote on it and it's going to be an emergency? Forget what the White House is saying?
Cannot.
You can't?
No, we cannot. We cannot. Only the mayor and the county judge can declare disaster declarations.
All right. Well, but as you started this segment, it is a disaster down there. It is an emergency situation. Claudia, we thank you.
Wow, guys. So you saw it right there. El Paso shipping a whole bunch of illegal aliens to Democrat-run cities, and Joe Biden doesn't want them to actually declare a state of emergency over there when it looks like they have shipped, 13,000 just from El Paso. It is bad over there. That's Beto country. I wonder what Beto actually has to say about this. How would he actually address this? This is his territory right there. He's from there. But boy, there seems to be a big collusion here between Joe Biden and the Democrat mayor of El Paso. Boy, Democrats deserve to get destroyed for all of this. They cause nothing but destruction at the border. They don't care about Texans. But you people in El Paso keep voting Democrat, and this is going to happen even more. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.